instrument as an entity was appropriately controlled. It wasn't just we hoped that it would do good like the nice corporation and count upon good-natured people to be running it to do good things. It was required. And if they were ever found to act outside the public interest, we simply revoked their charters. The point I'm making is that there is a way to think about the corporation appropriately controlling it. And here is the kicker. If I'm right about this, if I'm right that there is a profound difference between being free and sovereign and subordinate and accountable, if I'm correct that there's a difference between rights and duties, and I am, if that is correct, then it's worth asking us on this framework, where should the corporation go? Well, I'll submit to you that the corporation actually can only come into existence when the state government issues a charter, that charter can actually hold it subordinate through the charter revocation process and therefore be held accountable. It can legally, several of you talked about the need to hold a corporation accountable, that the duties of the corporation can actually be proscribed by the corporate charter. Frankly, I'll say that they should always act in the public interest. The point I'm making is, properly understood, a corporation should be thought of about being on this side of the line. Which is why it's so important that when the Supreme Court comes waltzing in and says, oh no, we actually think that a corporation should be considered a legal person with rights. Corporate personhood or corporate constitutional rights perverts the entire framework. It makes the corporate personhood is not merely an odd and interesting legal doctrine. It perverts the functioning of a democratic republic. It makes it impossible for us to have the authority to govern ourselves the way we're supposed to have it, the way we were taught the government is supposed to work. And so, and I'll conclude it with this, Citizens United versus the Federal Election Commission was just the latest and most egregious example of this. We all know that the problem of the large mega transnational corporation is not just the fact that they're contributing money in elections, although let's all acknowledge it is a huge problem, right? Because in Citizens United, the Supreme Court legalized bribery.